What is going on, guys? I am on my way to go pick up Iggy and my dad and then go pick up the pink Mini. So I will see you guys at the pink Mini. Yeah, I will be redoing the tint. All right, guys, so this is the car. I'll explain this car more on the channel later. But
you got no centers for those wheels.
I have them at home.
Huh?
I have them at home.
Did you just get them, or did you
No,
have
I've had
them
them.
from before?
Yeah, it's got tow hooks. So I mean, it's not perfect. It's got some stuff that, you know, can be fixed.
We think that's how it's held on.
But I'll explain this car later as I go. So I'm just waiting for the guy to come downstairs.
Well, that hood is. I think this one.
But this is gonna be my new daily. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it the color or if I'm gonna change it. But I'm waiting for the guy to come down. So I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Ended up buying it. It is very pink. It's got a little rattle in the front end. And you can actually see my truck behind me, which is large. This thing's got a gorgeous exhaust on it still. So I'm gonna give you a little more right now when we get home. We'll kind of do a walkthrough with it. And I brought Iggy with me, so he could translate and stuff like that, make everything just run a little bit smoother. So I'll see you guys when we get back to the house. All right, guys, so I just dropped off my dad and Iggy from helping me pick up the pink Mini. So I kind of want to do a little bit of a walkthrough of the car, kind of show you guys what I know needs to be replaced, and things like that. So I do have a history with the car. I actually ended up building the car a few years ago for my ex, who was not my ex at the time. So I do know a lot about the car, which is also why it was pink. I actually helped pay for the pink paint job, as well as doing the swap for the transmission that is in the car, which is the main reason why I bought it. I built this car a little differently than I built my current Mini. I made sure that this one would run, not really have any issues, and I wanted it to be reliable for her to be able to drive back and forth. Shortly after finishing it up, we ended up splitting, and it was her car, so she got to keep the car. I had already bought my Mini, so I took my Mini. I took a couple things out of it and put into my Mini, because I had paid for them, and at that point I was a little upset. So I'm taking a few parts out and putting them in my car. But I want to go ahead and walk you through this car so I can kind of point out what's going on. Alright, so obviously the first thing you guys can see is the custom paint job. It's actually a hot metallic pink with a silver, it's a hot pink with a silver metallic paint, like a pearl coat over it. So you can kind of tell, let's try and get it into the light. You can kind of see it's the hot pink, and then as you get the light on it, it's got that silver reflection. So it's an 02 standard Mini with the 04 to 06 tail lights. The Mini logo has been shaved off the back. We pulled the Cooper off. It's got a custom dual exhaust. I don't know if I can see it from under the car, but it is essentially just a Y pipe straight to the back. So there is no mufflers. There's pretty much the cat, the resonator, and everything else. I still do need to wire up the reverse lights because those were never wired up from when I first did it. We downgraded to the 15-inch wheels because she wanted the Holies that I had painted white. Obviously the car's a little dirty and I need to refinish those. I may end up putting different wheels on it eventually. I do have the 17-inch S lights still in the garage from my car. Other than that, it's got the S hood. Obviously the headlights need to be fixed. It's got the S hood. And that's pretty much it for the outside. Let me walk you through the inside. Alright, so in the car, it's pretty basic. I didn't really do too much to the inside while she had it. Pretty much just painted all the dash panels like a satin black. The down tubes are a satin black. The door cards are again satin black. I painted the other pieces black. So I only did a couple things to the inside, kind of darken up the inside on the bottom. I still need to redo the top. And then of course it still has the back seats, and then the piece of the door card fell off from that door after I had already brought it home, but I knew it had issues back last time I saw the car. So this is more like the hot pink without the flake, so it's definitely a very hot pink, and the paint's actually in really good condition for when we painted it. So this is the inside. It's pretty simple. The real special part about this, and I don't know if it'll focus on it, is the fact that it's 6-speed. So most of these only came with a 5-speed, and this one I kind of put a 6-speed in. So let's go ahead and look under the hood. Alright, now under the hood is pretty simple. It's just really dirty. It's missing the fender liners, which I just noticed when I brought it home. So I will have to get new ones of those. Other than that, it just has the Canon Typhoon intake, which is a different intake than what I had put on it, but this one is carb legal, so it would be why it got switched to that in the red. Other than that, it's a stock 1.6 liter Cooper. So there's only a couple things I need to work on besides cleaning it up. Alright guys, so essentially that's the car. It is a 2002 Cooper with a 6-speed swap out of a Cooper S. It used to be a CVT automatic transmission. When the CVT went out, instead of spending the $5,000 to $6,000 to replace the CVT, we spent the $3,000 or $4,000 to put a 6-speed in it, including all the parts and labor. Labor I ended up doing. It was kind of a long sought out process, and once the car was done, I was really happy with it, and that was essentially at that point that I ended up getting my green Mini. Once this thing was painted and done, I was driving it around, and that was when I sold my 2000. I had a 2004 R32 that I ended up selling that was having some issues. It needed a bunch of maintenance and stuff that I couldn't really afford at the time. So I ended up selling it and then picking up the 03 Mini that I have now. That would be the green one with all the mods on it that I kind of, every time it would break, I'd throw more parts at it and build it up more and more, and not really work on the reliability. I tried to work on the reliability, but I'd always add more performance parts, which kind of cut down on the reliability. So, you know, you've obviously seen how it works. My goal is to drive this one to work, drive the truck every couple, a couple days a week, maybe 1 or 2 days a week, and mainly on the weekends or when I have to go pick people up, and then have the green one stored in the garage in order for me to work on and bring back to 100%, and then take to shows and events and stuff like that. So it's kind of a project car daily driver for the pink one. I may end up changing the color on it later if I get sick of driving a pink car. Other than that, the exhaust is super loud and gives me a little bit of a headache just daily kind of driving it around the city. Once I'm on the freeway in 6th gear, the exhaust note actually disappears completely and the car gets really quiet because the car wasn't built for it. So at that point, it doesn't really bother me to drive to work, and it should get, if it gets what it used to get, is about 35 to 40 miles to the gallon on the freeway. It'll get around 30 on the street. So I would be kind of happy with that once I quit kind of playing with it, because it's, it's a new car, it's fun, it's a new toy to play with. So that's pretty much it for that car. If you guys have any questions about the car below, go ahead and post comments below. Up until that point, go ahead and comment, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.